What sort of question is it? It is a speed question. Speed, distance, time. What I always do with a speed question is I think about the units. Average speed of 40 miles per hour. This is miles per hour. So this one is miles and this is in hours. We need to make sure we keep that in mind as we're going through the question. A sketch. Let's look at a sketch. He leaves his home, he drives to work. So this is home and this is work. 7:30 in the morning, he drives for 50 miles and he thinks he drives at 40 miles per hour. So what have we got? We've got speed, we think it's going to be 40, distance, 50 miles. And then the time, we know the starting time, but we don't know the finishing time. So we're going to put these into our calculation. Time equals distance divided by speed. Distance, which is 50, divided by our speed, which is 40. This, I can divide numerator and denominator by 0. And then 5 divided by 4. Now, that may not be so intuitive. So what we can do is say 5 divided by 4. I'm going to put some zeros in here. How many 4s go into 5 or nearly 5? 1. But I have 1 left over. How many 4s go into 10 or nearly 10? 2. And I have 2 left over. How many 4s go into 20 or nearly 20? There are 5 altogether. So this here means that the time is 1.25, and that is in hours. It is 1 1/4 hours. And when you think about that and you turn it from the 25 to the quarter, you think, a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. So from my 7:30, I now need to add 1 hour and 15 minutes. 1 hour is 8, another 15 onto 30 is 45. So this will be 8:45. This here, if Savio is correct, that 40 is correct, at what time will he arrive at work? He'll arrive at 8:45. Make sure if you're putting it, this is in 24-hour clock format because it's got a 0 ahead, but just writing it like this would not be correct. It would need to have an AM or a PM on here, but because I've put the 0, it's in 24-hour format, just like this is here. It's important because if you just left it at 8:45, or especially if you put 8:45 PM, you would get it wrong because it starts at 0:00 AM. In fact, Savio's average speed was greater than 40 miles an hour. So if his speed was greater, if he travelled to work faster, how does that affect this answer here? If he was faster, he would take less time. If the speed was faster, it wouldn't take him as long to get to work. So therefore this, he would arrive at work earlier. His arrival time would be earlier. Words to that effect.